Good afternoon and welcome back to Airports Live TV with me, Adam James. We are live from a beautifully sunny Dublin International this afternoon. This is the first of two lives. We'll be back live this evening from around 7 o'clock-ish. Hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday so far. Dara, welcome. Laters, how are we doing, bro? As always, we are brought to you in proud partnership with Booking.com Travel Supermarket. And of course, on the beach holidays, you can get all the information for our partners, as well as our exclusive travel club over at airportslivetv.com. And we do have the first in that long series of books being released at 6 PM on Friday, departing Dublin. A look back in time, a look back at the history of Dublin Airport throughout the last, how many is it, 9 decades is it? I've been putting a lot of time into writing these books, so I hope you're all going to check them out. Here we go, we've got this A321neo as our first departure. She's heading over to Istanbul, operated by Turkish. First registered in January of this year. We're not going to get a departure shot, unfortunately, because somebody has dumped a lorry right in front of our shot. We'll do the best we can. Apologies guys, I'm hoping that will be moved. I think he's just stopped for a smoke break. Do have the Emirates 777 still here. We've got an American Dreamliner on its way towards us down the taxiway here at runway 10R this afternoon as well. It's the 7878 series Dreamliner. She's heading over to the home of the Fresh Prince, heading to Philly. First registered in November of 2022. This aircraft's still nice and new, just 7 or so months old. Do just want to apologise for last night as well. We did end very abruptly. I forgot that I hadn't charged my big power bank and my camera died on me, because I hadn't charged that either, because I'm so reliant now on that big power bank. We are fully charged for today, and like I say, this is the first of two lives coming to you from Airports Live TV here at Dublin International. Today it's lagging. Daniela, welcome. Is it lagging for everybody? Oi oi, Brucey boy. Daniela, thank you so much for that super sticker. It is greatly appreciated. The other side, yeah, the problem with the other side when you're doing it, I'm only going to be on for about an hour and 20 minutes. It's just not pleasant climbing up there. It's lagging. It should be okay. I'm not dropping frames at my end. I will adjust the settings as soon as this 787 Dreamliner has gone. We'll adjust the settings and see what we can do. Let's go. And there we go, she's up and away. Right, let me quickly try adjusting these settings before the next departure. The next departure looks like it's going to be an ATR 72-600 series. She's taxiing towards us. Let me have a quick look. Okay, I've adjusted them slightly. Hopefully that does resolve the issue. The network is a little bit unstable again this afternoon though. Graham Leggett, welcome. Laurie, you actually won a free entry into the raffle for a €50 gift voucher towards merch and the Star Booby prize of the signed caricature of me and Airports Live TV. Your comment got selected last night, so you are in that draw. They've been used 10R for departures a good bit. I hope in August. The 28R is all the take off on the new runway. Yeah, if anybody is taking off on a daytime departure and you haven't already booked your seats, try and book on the right hand side of the aircraft, just in case you do get on that new North runway, because then you'll really experience that sharp right hand banking turn at around 700 feet or so. How are we doing, Val? Hope you're good. Here we go, we've got this ATR 72600 heading over to Aberdeen, operated by Aer Lingus. 7 years old, registered in December of 2015, so it is approaching 8 years old, this ATR. Had to move position slightly here on 10R because they are doing some work inside, just inside the boundary fence of the airport, and it would have blocked our shot right off. But it is not the most comfortable of streaming positions where I am. I'm stood halfway down the bank, so I'm at all kinds of angles here, but we will plod on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you're in any Facebook groups, Instagram accounts, anything like that, share us out far and wide. We need to really re-trigger this algorithm. We have been struggling massively since we came back to get our views back to anything close to what they should be. Yeah, it's starting to get nice and busy here now, Graham. There we go, by the ATR 72600 series, up and away. I would love to give you some flight details on this aircraft. Unfortunately, yet again, flight radar letting us down. She's a beautiful looking bird though. Oops. There we go, she looks like she's getting ready to turn and burn here. Still no info held or showing on flight radar, unfortunately. So unless you guys can see it, I can't help you. David White, how we doing, buddy? We've been in Alicante during the month of August. There's every possibility we will be, Graham, yes. I'd love to fly the ATR, but I heard it. I can't see what comes after it's, because there's a heart on my screen. It's loud in the cabin, it is loud. I love flying the ATRs. I used to love flying them over from Leeds and into Dublin quite frequently. And there's just something about them. Gives you the real experience. You know when you hear petrol heads, car enthusiasts saying about the thrill of a driving car, the old-fashioned driving cars that you actually have to drive. You get sort of the same nostalgia on an ATR. It feels like you're in an aircraft, if that makes sense. I'm there for 2 weeks in August. No way, Graham. Not even on the radar. I didn't think it was. Just looking down at the terminal now, we still have an American Airlines down there, we've still got the Emirates. I'm not sure what else, we'll have another look in a minute, but here we go. The sooner we get this new tripod head, the better. It is becoming almost impossible with no drag resistance on the tilt. The drag resistance on the pan isn't great, it's very, very stuttery. So ever since we flew out to Spain, I think the seals maybe went a little bit or got damaged ever so slightly under the pressure change. Looks like a sharpened pencil. Oh, nice smart livery it is indeed. Stream will drive. Yeah, if we're there, definitely come over and say hello. Palma Airport stream will be amazing, very busy airport in summer months. It is, we will get over to Palma at some point. You never know, I am away very, very soon, but I don't know 100% where it is. It could be mainland Spain, it could be one of the islands, could even be France or Brussels, because I have meetings everywhere over the next couple of months, a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not 100% sure where we are going to be. Somebody just let me know, is the quality okay? I know we were lagging a little bit. I think it should have been resolved now. Here we've got an Airbus A320, she's heading over to Perpignan. 15 years old, registered in November of 2007. We nearly went into the future then, because I nearly said 2027. Great news come through as well about Hainan Airlines introducing or reintroducing the route direct back over to China from the 27th of June. Unfortunately, we won't be here, I don't think, for the first flight of the year. They're going to be running from June to October, twice weekly. I believe it's on a Tuesday and a Saturday. So that's something positive here at Dublin. We've been looking and saying that we need more long-haul destinations, more long-haul, regular long-haul flights, and we are now getting them. Aidan, welcome. I remember the Embraer ERJ145, don't know where to. Well, we've got this Airbus A320 heading over to Perpignan, or Perpignan, I don't know how you pronounce it. Sounds perfect, video quality is excellent, looks good. That's what we like to hear. What we'd like to see is our views back where they should be though. How are we doing, Mark? Welcome back. It's like it's hot there today. It is, it's a beautiful day. There is a breeze. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't like to be in this breeze if it wasn't so hot a day, do you know? Does that make sense? It feels like if the sun wasn't beaming down on you, it would be a biting breeze, but it is quite pleasant. You said it perfect, Adam. Perpignan. There we go, she's up and away. Our next departure is going to be a Boeing 737, this time operated by our mates Ryanair. Let's just pick up this A330 as she comes in on that north runway. As you can see, there is going on just inside the perimeter fence, which is why we're in a slightly different position. But it's always nice to pick up those gliding scenes of the A330. It has got odd engine cowlings, we can see that even from this distance. So that's something that needs to be addressed, Erlingus. And next up, we're heading over to Paris with this Boeing 737. 17 years old, registered in December of 2005, this aircraft. 23 degrees now, but feels like 27. Big up Dashcam, how we doing? So get the like if you stream. Thank you, Dashcam. We will be back later on this evening as well, Dashcam, so hopefully you catch that one as well. That's the Malaga arrival early. Graham saying the 3:30 from LAX. Which one is it? Are the cows near you today? We do have some cows. Do you want to have a quick look at the cows? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll pick up, if I can find it. She's there. We'll pick up this arrival in the distance and then we'll have a quick look at the cows. Big up Dashcam, thank you so much for that super chat. You're all spoiling me today. I will get myself a 19.99. They cost $5.99 now. I can't believe how much they've gone up. Just landed on top of the van there. Alright, let's have a quick look at the cows for Val. Running from LAX. There's the cows. There's no chickens though. See you later on, Dashcam. Have a great day. Grafting away in the sun. We all know you love the hot weather. Next up we're heading to Marseille with this Airbus A320 operated by Airline, one of the older A320s on the fleet, 18 years old, registered in June of 2004, so it must be approaching 19 years old. There we go, flight crew on board. She's turning, she's burning, and she's leaving a very pleasant Dublin International this afternoon. Get a flake in it, Adam, I will indeed. We're going to be with you until just after 3:15 this afternoon with the first of 2 lives today, and then we'll be back from around 7 o'clock to hopefully pick up the arrival of the Emirates 777. We should have the departure of the Emirates 777 coming up on this live as well. Of course, 2 flights daily now over to Dubai. It's always nice to see TUI here at Dublin. Unfortunately, it is that plain white livery. We're not a fan of this. I'm Jerry doing the ice cream run today. You get your orders in, exactly. Where are we heading to with TUI? We're heading to Gran Canaria. 7 years old, registered in November of 2015. This aircraft is actually being operated by Aviation Express Malta, so it is one of TUI's leased aircrafts. Once this one's gone, I'm going to grab me a quick drink. I say every day, Adam, any idea if the roadworks is related to the airport? I believe the external roadworks I like videos, and this is just what I was told by one of the lads that was working on Old Airport Road, and I'm assuming the sets of roadworks are linked. I believe it's to do with the fibre cabling, so the fibre broadband, but I could be wrong, they might not be linked. Or he might have been chatting nonsense to me. You never know. People do that, you know. It looks like an ice cream with raspberry ripple on it. Prefer the TUI original colour scheme. So do I. TUI, for me, their aircraft have always screamed holiday. They've always got you in the mood when you see it to get on that plane and get yourself away on a package holiday. And as you all know, I think package holidays need to make a return to the market in a big, big way. So many children in particular miss out now because, look, it's great using Skyscanner, Booking.com and all these places. But that package holiday, it used to be about travelling to the airport, getting on a flight where you know most of the people on there will be heading to similar resorts as you, then getting on the bus at the airport once you arrive and being that person that's thinking, I hope this isn't our hotel, this looks a bit ropey. That used to be the best thing about package holidays, and I do think that children miss out on that excitement because of it. Gives, especially as a child, and if you're an only child as well, gives you a chance to almost get to know a few other kids on the plane on the way over, and hopefully some of them are in the same resort or the same hotel as you. I just don't know, I miss those days, and I feel so many children miss out now. So it is always nice to see TUI with their routes out of Dublin, because we know people haven't booked this flight just as a flight only in 99% of circumstances, because it will be far from the cheapest flight out of Dublin over to the Canaries. Most people will indeed be on a package holiday. Do you remember Air 2000, Adam? First Choice Holidays. I remember First Choice Holidays, yeah. First Choice Monarch, Thomas Cook, Thomson before it became TUI. JMC was Britannia. I remember Britannia. We lost a lot of the big package holiday providers, unfortunately. There's got to be a gap in the market for somebody to bring back package holidays, but to bring them back in a good value way. You know, if you can book a flight only and then book a hotel for 500 quid, surely a package holiday company could do it for 550. You know, we had the option to fly with TUI to Mallorca, but we chose Ryanair. See, I love Ryanair, you know that. Ryanair are my best mates. Speaking of Ryanair, we are heading up and away now, and heading over to Stansted. Hopefully that lorry doesn't wipe my car out. No, she's a good egg. It's a Boeing 737 MAX this time. Heading for that short journey, probably around 52 minutes I would suspect this afternoon. Heading over to Stansted. And then it looks like we've got an ATR 72-600 series. There you go, she's up and away. We're going to get back to ATR, and then we have the next of our bigger birds. The ATR heading over to Edinburgh. 9 years old, registered in July of 2013, so approaching 10 years old. And then we've got the Boeing 767 heading over to Washington, going to be operated by United with one of their standard liveries. It's a 21-year-old aircraft, that Boeing 767. But we'll get to that in a minute. Never did have that drink. That was when you got the value package holidays, yes. Again, just to touch on the subject again, be careful and be aware, if you are booking with Love Holidays, there is that scandalous flight change or flight amendment even fee that they add on top. Ryanair charge €50 to change a flight, but they don't charge any difference if your flight is the same price or cheaper as your original booking. However, Love Holidays charge you €75 to give you the password that you actually own because you are the Ryanair customer, but they charge you €75 just to send you that password. So do be careful if you are booking with Love Holidays. I would avoid them like the plague at the minute. I do not like that practice. I think it's bad practice when people are going through difficult times. There is absolutely no justification for it. They should include that password on your original booking confirmation, then there would be no need for any sort of admin. Here we go though, we have this United Boeing 767. She's going to be heading over to Washington. Enjoy this one. She goes. Always nice to see the 767s, the 757s, and of course those 777s here at Dublin. Straight back into the action. I will come back to those comments in a second. We're heading over to Bristol now with this Boeing 737. 15 years old, registered in September of 2007. Very quick cockpit check. Yes, we have a crew. Can we see anybody? We can see somebody there. Give us a wave if you're watching. Well, let's have a look at these comments, shall we? I remember going to an all-inclusive holiday in Camp Pickford in Mallorca back in the early 2000s for 1,200 quid. Now the same hotel costs over 6 grand for flight and hotel. I know, Graham. Remember family holidays now, Adam. After your thoughts on TUI, I'm sure lots of families loved getting the glossy brochures and planning 2 weeks annual break and deciding the hotel to go kids club. Yes, Val. I was only thinking that I was walking around, where was I? I was at the square in Taller, and there's a travel agents up there, and I was actually walking past the window. And I was thinking to myself, you used to look in the window and they used to have all their last minute deals up in the window, didn't you? Where you could go to Spain for a week if you went in 2 days time for like 150 quid or something. You don't get that anymore. Their last minute deals are a few months in advance. But I was also thinking the exact same thoughts about how good it used to be. Every time you went into the high street, especially on a rainy day, you'd stop at Thomas Cook or Lumpolly, was it, one of the other ones, and you'd pick up the brochures to put yourself in that holiday spirit and decide where you were going. Those things are missing now. Don't get me wrong, the internet has been fantastic for so many things, but it has taken away a lot of what I'm sure we'll all agree were exciting and enjoyable times as children and as adults as well, with children, I guess. There we go, she's up and away. We've got another ATR 72-600 series lined up as well now, so let's get with this. Where's she heading? She's heading to Bristol. Maybe that last flight wasn't actually going to Bristol. Maybe I pressed on the wrong aircraft, I'm not sure. Don't think I did though. Here we go. Was about EasyJet and Jet2 beginning regular routes from Dublin. I don't know, can they compete with Ryanair? Unless of course they are going to focus like TUI do on package deals. That would be, see, that to me would be the interesting move, because if EasyJet and Jet2 started package deals on a regular basis frequently from Dublin, I think that would be interesting. It's got to drive the prices down a little bit. COVID was also an excuse to increase airfares and hotel prices. It was indeed. Hotels more than airfares. I don't think airfares have gone that ridiculous. They're expensive now. Or they're more expensive than they were. Like, you used to be able to quite regularly get a $9.99 or a $19.99 flight over to the UK, or maybe even northern France, for example. You struggle to find those now, but I don't think they've gone extortionate. Hotels, however, what has happened with hotels is COVID came and there was this big push for staycations. So Ireland in particular had every single hotel room full because everybody was just desperate to get out of the house and get away on holiday, and they have now decided that is their standard normal room rate, and that's nonsense. I've said this before, you've got the Travelodge at Rathmines, which is approaching 200 quid a night for a hotel that looks more like a bail hostel inside. There's no bar, there's no restaurant, there's a poxy little reception. That is scandalous. Hey Debs, how are we doing? How's Captain Shane today? Andrew Strain, how are we doing, buddy? I hope you're well. A long time no see. Hopefully you get down to Dublin at some point before I head back over to Spain, or on one of my trips back over. You have to get in touch with me, Andrew. Email me at media@airportslivetv.com and let's arrange to try and coordinate being here at the same time. If you haven't already done it, guys, head over to Strains Media TV. If you are interested in aircraft, if you're interested in anything with an engine, head over there. It's some great content, all things with an engine at Strains Media TV. Planes, trains and automobiles. Some of the big European car shows are covered there as well. So do check him out, and Andrew is a great guy. Lives up in the north. Quite regularly down here at Dublin though. Here we go. Hopefully Goody's not home yet. Debs, you weren't on earlier. This is the first of 2 streams. They'll be back from 7 o'clock this evening. All things going to plan. When they receive more tax, when they receive more MAX aircraft, I think we'll see those fares flash again. Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one at the moment. There is our Emirates. It's a difficult one because 200 euros a night in any hotel is extortionate. Look, if it was a 5-star, and I mean a 5-star, not a European 5-star, because European 5-stars are just glorified 3-star hotels. When we look at 5-star hotels, like in Dubai, in the US, for example, in the Caribbean, places like that, we see a true 5-star hotel. Realistically, in Europe, I think you can probably count on 2 hands definitely in the UK and Ireland. I think you can count on 2 hands the amount of true 5-star hotels. But that 200 quid a night, I understand. But 200 quid a night for a bare basic travel lodge that hasn't been touched in 15 years is ridiculous. In terms of airfares, I think the days of being able to genuinely find on a fairly regular basis $9.99 one-way flights are gone. I think probably the new norm when it comes to the more regular sales with the likes of Ryanair will probably be $29.99 seats, and that in itself isn't too bad. But the issue is, at the moment, it just appears that every single flight you try and book, you're talking 200-300 quid for a one-way flight. It's mental. And you have to put that down to 2 things, in my opinion. One, obviously, over demand and under supply. But I think a lot of it goes down to a lack of competition as well. Realistically, Ireland only has Dublin Airport. I know we have other airports here, but there is no volume of routes. There's no frequency of routes. They don't really compete on any big level. And that is an issue. When you look at the UK, flights out of the UK to Spain, you can probably pick up from still sub 150 if you're a little bit flexible on when you travel. Because people have the option, they can go from Manchester. If you live in London, you've got loads of airports, but you can travel up to Manchester. Like, I do think that Shannon misses out here, because if Ryanair put some massive routes on from Shannon, I think they would be full. It would increase competition, and I think we would start to see some better value deals coming out of Ireland. But it is what it is. Now, Deb, stop bullying again. No bullying, please. I booked for 3 adults. I'll have to wait until another comment comes through, Graham, because that little heart that's at the bottom of the screen, when I'm reading my comments, because my laptop is in a certain position for all the equipment, when I read the comments, I'm actually effectively watching my own live. I've just got it paused. So I've got that little heart symbol as well that you guys have, and it does cover some of the comments. I'll wait till another comment comes through and I'll read it because it sounds interesting. Still no signs of this Emirates pushing back. We only have around half an hour left as well, so hopefully she pushes back. Here we go, I can see it now. I booked for 3 adults and 1 11-year-old for August to Spain for 700 euros with 10 kg included. Right now I wanted over 1200 for the same destination with 10 kg. Who are you flying with? Aer Lingus. Just waiting for flight radar to catch up with us here. Here we go, we've got this Airbus A330 with my favourite livery on it from the Aer Lingus liveries anyway, the 2019 livery. She's heading over to Orlando. There's going to be some happy children, some excited children on board this aircraft, going over to see Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. Registered in September of 2006. Enjoy this one. She's turning, she's burning, and she's heading over to Florida. There you go, she's up and away. Evening flight, but I don't mind that. Yeah, see, some people are very different when it comes to booking flights, aren't they? You have people that will only book morning flights. Do you know something? I understand it. I fully understand it. Because you get the problem is when you don't book a morning flight and you're booking it on an evening flight, if you're not landing until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, you're still paying for that night's hotel. So when you take that night worth of accommodation out, your flight prices normally balance out. But on the other hand, when you can save that kind of money, it's worth doing. Plus, like, evening flights work out quite well for other people, because if you've got a fairly flexible job, there's every chance you can save a day's worth of your annual leave by finishing at lunchtime or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock and still making it to the airport. So that's another bonus to it, I guess. But one thing I have found with Ryanair as well, now don't take this as gospel, but I have found if you can book in the first 50% of that flight, you tend to get some amazing rates. And then if you can book in the last 10% of that flight, again, you tend to find that the prices are very, very good. Don't get me wrong, the last 10% isn't going to be a 29 quid flight, but you do tend to find that you get some good value. It seems to be that middle 40% of the flight that becomes expensive. Not sure if that's just coincidence when I've booked. Obviously I tend to book a lot of last minute flights, but there we go, great sound from those engines with the headphones on. Yes. Big up Captain Shane, how are we doing, little man? Hope you were good at school. Don't forget, it is a Thursday. Airports Live TV are doing 2 lives today, and that means it is the law that you get to stay up late and eat sweets. And if you don't believe me, ask Dashcam Jerry when he's on later on. Here we go, we've got this Airbus A321neo. She's heading over to Windsor Locks, operated by Aer Lingus. 3 years old, registered in February of 2020. Back. I usually go in the morning, but I'm not bothered, to be honest. I have a place to stay there, so it's perfect. Exactly, and that is the beauty. I say this so many times to people. The beauty of having your own apartment or your own villa or a family apartment over in Spain is the fact that you can be so flexible on your flights. It allows you to take advantage of the cheapest possible options. I actually know quite a few people that this year in particular have decided to do long-term rentals in Spain and take apartments for 12 months. Like 4 or 5 different couples all chipping in. Don't get me wrong, they're not in the best, most central location of a tourist resort, but they're in nice areas, they're in nice little resorts, and they're only paying like 500 quid a month. So if you think 6 grand a year between 6 couples, it's only €1,000 a year for that rent. You go out as many times as you want during that. It's well worth looking into. It's almost like a friends and family timeshare, I guess. Don't you start. Sarah, how are we doing? Welcome. I was telling Jerry he actually listens to you when you say stuff like that. If he misbehaves, I tell him I'm telling Adam. He says no. And there we go, that Blue Island's up and away. Now we are heading to Windsor Locks. And grab a quick drink. Hopefully that just holds for a minute while I have a drink. Typical Aer Lingus not listening to us. If that had been Ryanair, they'd have waited while I had a drink. Here we go. Sweating here. It's beautiful, Sarah. You all whinge about the heat. What is wrong with you people? Are you all Eskimos? Oh yes, I knew there was something I wanted to tell you all. I've had a slight change of thought, a slight change of plan regarding the €50 merch gift card and the caricature giveaway. What I'm going to do, instead of doing it as a straight raffle, what I'm actually going to do is do it where there is a raffle. You can just buy entries, but everybody who buys the new book will get an entry as well. So it'll be the same price. It just means obviously once you've bought the book, if you want more than one entry, you can buy additional entries. But I just thought it was nice. People will be able to get the book and get their entry for the same thing. So that will be available on Friday. There we go. She's up and away. I'm hoping that Emirates starts pushing back quite soon. I actually think she's pushing back now, to be honest. Flight radar once again crashed, so I've got no info for you. We're heading to Lanzarote, this Boeing 737. Can't wait to get back to Lanzarote. We are going to be based in Lanzarote and the Canary Islands all winter this year. 11 years old, registered in September of 2011, I believe. And there you go, she's up and away. The Emirates isn't pushing back, I was imagining it. She wasn't heading to Lanzarote, it was flight radar giving us the wrong information again. This is your Lanzarote flight, the A320. Not sure what is happening with flight radar today, but it is not good. This aircraft, 15 years old, looks older than that in that livery. Graham Leggett, thank you so much for that super chat. Greatly appreciated. No, Bob the Builder not doing a great deal. We shall catch you later. See you later on, Debs. I'm hoping to be back live from 7 o'clock. Hopefully we stay on 10R because I do like the approach for 10R in the evening with that sun setting in the back. We do get some nice light for the Emirates arrival. Sun won't quite be setting, but it is still a great light for the Emirates. I just want to have a quick look and see. In fact, can somebody else just have a look? If you're on flight radar, have a look and see if the Emirates has gone live yet for me. There we go, we're heading to Liverpool now with this ATR 72-600 series. Years old, registered in July of 2014, so almost 9 years old now. It's amazing how much newer they look with the 2019 livery on though, and that's the same to be said for the entire Aer Lingus fleet. I don't understand why they are sticking with that old-fashioned, dated, faded looking livery. I am not a big fan. There is the Emirates. She must be getting ready. Oh, is she? She's still got an air bridge attached. I think the air bridge has just been disconnected, but we'll have to wait and see. Still hot here in England, bit of a breeze this afternoon, but still humid. We haven't had any storms yet in Nottinghamshire. They've had some bad in South England yet, but the thing is, Southern England is not really England, is it? Once you're below the M25, you stop being in England and you just become like its own little strange country down there in London. Need to get to real England, to Yorkshire. See you later for the evening stream, guys and girls. Have a great afternoon and thanks for the super stream as always. Then thank you for the kind words, Graham. We will see you later on this evening. Looks like our next departure is going to be a Boeing 737 heading over to Fuerteventura. First registered in April of 2018, this aircraft. showing up on radar yet, no. I think it's still got an air bridge attached to it. Don't forget, if you are just joining us, we will be back live from around 7 PM this evening for the arrival of that beautiful Emirates 777 coming in from Dubai. It is a regular route, but it's the biggest aircraft we see here at Dublin. It's always nice to catch it. I can't see us getting the departure of this afternoon's 777 simply because it's not even pushed back yet, and I do have to be away in about 20 minutes time at the very latest. Here we go though, we've got this Boeing 737, she's heading over to the sun in Fuerteventura. She's leaving sunny conditions here in Dublin as well, because what an absolute beauty of a day we've got here. It's nice to have a nice couple of weeks strung together with good weather here. Here we go. There we go, she's up and away. My neighbour's on that Emirates to Manila via Dubai, no way. Could have turned his siren off so he didn't deafen all my viewers, couldn't he? There we go, we're heading over to Birmingham, over to the West Midlands. It's ATR 72-600 series. She's 6 years old, registered in June of 2016, so she must be almost 7 years old, this aircraft. Seen them storms looked awfully scary. We had one 2 days ago. Never seen anything like it. Non-stop lightning for an hour and a half. Supposed to be getting more today in the Midlands in Ireland. I do like storms. You can't beat storms, and I know my old man is the same as me. He used to love, when you're in Spain, sitting on the balcony watching the storms out over the sea. Can't beat it. When I was living in Mallorca, I had the perfect view for storms. It was absolutely stunning. How's your pooch doing in this? She's okay. She's hot. She is a black dog, so she does suffer with the heat a little bit, but she's doing okay. She's drinking plenty. She's gonna have to slow down a bit though, because like she's getting on a bit. She can't handle as much Coors Light as she used to. So like she's getting through probably 10 cans a day now. So I might have to move her on to mojitos or something. Just because you know what it's like when you have 10 cans of Coors, you get a bit bloated. I don't want her bloated. Our next departure is actually going to be heading to Izmir over in Turkey. This Airbus A320 with that old, horrible Aer Lingus livery. 18 years old and she looks 28 with that livery. Registered in September of 2004. Pina colada, yes, get her a pina colada. There you go, she's up and away. And now for the ATR 72-600 series. Let's just see if we can check the cockpit. Just about, we've got flight crew on board. Still no signs of the Emirates pushing back. So on tonight's broadcast, I suspect we will have a combination of arrivals and departures. Obviously we've only got departures at the moment here because we are operating across 2 runways here at Dublin. Detox the dog, Adam. She needs a cocktail and a brolly, yes. Just to give a little bit of clarity and a little bit of an explanation, you'll notice when I begin a shot from departure, after we've been static like this and then begin the pan, you'll notice it is very, the only way I can describe it is jerky. And the reason for that is because obviously this, the head on the tripod, the fluid video head, the seal did get damaged when we travelled. So need to replace it, but they're expensive. And what happens is I've got zero resistance on either drag or pan. I've literally either got it locked or with zero resistance. So when it's just static, I have to lock the tilt and lock the pan, otherwise it just moves in the wind and with the weight of the camera. And then when we move, I have to unlock it, and sometimes I forget, or it's just a little bit jerky as we unlock it. That's all it is. See you later on, Graham. Our next aircraft approaching us is this ATR 72-600 series with the old Aer Lingus livery. Now, I'm not sure how old this is, I haven't had a look yet, but I'm sure you're going to agree that this looks a lot older with the old livery on it. Okay, she's heading over to Newquay. She's 9 years old. She looks a lot older than 9 years old with this livery. Here she goes, heading to one of the surfing capitals of the UK, Newquay. Alright, let me have a quick look. Again, flight radar not doing us any favours. Flight radar actually showing the first aircraft as a Ryanair, when in fact it is a Eurowings. Now she's caught up. We're heading to Dusseldorf now with this Airbus A320. 13 years old, registered in December of 2009, operated by Eurowings. Then we have a 737 heading to Copenhagen, and another 737 heading to Budapest. My house in Budapest, my home. How are your trip, man? Traveling? Can you buy a paddock? Yeah, Valley, it's not. Everything travels perfectly secure, perfectly safely, and well packaged. It's the change of pressure on this video head. It was already probably getting towards the end of its lifespan. And it was just a change in pressure, just burst one of the seals, but it's only ever so slightly burst. We knew we needed to get one anyway. It's just because you have to prioritise things, you know. We went through a big period of having to replace very expensive equipment, so that took it out. Of reach for a little while. It is the next thing that we're going to purchase though. The other thing you have to be careful with is, because we fly so frequently, the minute you start trying to add equipment and naming something as equipment to your flight, the baggage price they want is extortionate. It doesn't matter who you fly with in Europe. There we go, a nice view inside the cockpit there. She's going to turn and she's going to burn. What's your favourite plane and why? It's an interesting one. There's two, but for very different reasons. There's the obvious one that I'm sure most people would say, and that's the Airbus A380, simply because it's so iconic. It really is the queen of the skies. She's a big girl and she's just an amazing piece of engineering. But I think the one that'll catch people by surprise a little bit, and I know people maybe won't agree with this, but it's this beauty here, the Boeing 737. Now the reason I say this is my favourite aircraft is because the 737 obviously is at the helm. It's been Ryanair's fleet for so long. But globally, the 737 has just made transport and air travel so accessible to families and to people around the world that maybe wouldn't have the opportunity to travel, and I think that in itself is worthy of being my favourite aircraft. It really has opened up the world of travel for so many people, and I'm all about promoting aviation, promoting air travel, and helping people to experience as much of the world as they possibly can. And for that reason, the Boeing 737 is my favourite aircraft. Thank you for your question, Dans. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I get what you mean about baggage charges too. Yeah, it's bizarre because if I want to travel, oh shit, sorry. If I want to travel, say with my tripod in its protective case, I've got a full aluminium padded case for it. If I want to travel with that, so that it's 100% protected, it's €90 each way, or each flight. However, that tripod quite comfortably would fit into a golf bag and still be protected in the same way. Now, if I put it in a golf bag, it would cost me, I think it's €30 per flight. However, they will not accept it in a golf bag. When it goes to security, they might accept it at check-in, but when you check a bag in, it goes through the belts and it goes to security. They reject it because it's not golf clubs. It's stupid. You're taking something of exact same size, probably less weight to be fair, and they won't accept it. So it's just one of those things. There you go, she's up and away. It's not looking like we're going to get the Emirates, unfortunately, but we will have the arrival of it this evening because we are back from 7 PM or thereabouts. How are we doing, Dave? Here we go, we've got this Dassault Falcon 7X, no flight info held by flight radar, unfortunately. Before that though, we have an Airbus A320, she's heading over to London Heathrow. .14 years old, registered in December of 2008. Shot will be blocked slightly because we have the fire service on a driver training mission. There you go, she's up and away. And we're going to get back to that Dassault Falcon. Dave, thank you so much for that super chat. It's greatly appreciated. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I think this is going to be the last departure of this live. We will be back from around 7 o'clock this evening though, so make sure you do come and join us. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. Thank you to everybody who's joined us for the first of 2 lives. We've been Airports Live TV. I've been Adam James. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay loved, and we'll see you all very soon. Almost looks like a space shuttle from behind. Okay guys, see you this evening, big love.